So the second step is you need to have a killer marketing message. Why is this important? Your marketing message is the basis to all other marketing you do. This is the foundation that will make or break your business, quite literally. I mean, I don't want to put way too much pressure on this, but seriously, this might be the most important thing you do in regards to your business. Because this is what makes people stand up and listen. This is what makes it so that when you're sitting at a networking event, and everyone's been there, right? We go around the room and say, what do you do? What do you do? And you stand up and you say something that you do. Your marketing message is what makes people say, wait, stop. I want to hear more. What does that mean? Right? So that's what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is a structured sentence or phrase that you use to describe what you do. And that becomes the basis then, not word for word, but you can take it and pull it apart and put it into all your copy, into all your advertising. It creates the brand almost of your business. But it's the foundation. This is the first part. So imagine if you were to go into a networking event and someone to say, what do you do? So let's take me, for example. I could say, oh, I'm a marketing coach. And they'd say, oh, great. Okay, what do you do? You know, they'd move on. But so what I say is I help people land more clients, and I help them do it faster than they think possible. That's a lot more intriguing, isn't it? That might lend to the follow-up question, oh, how do you do that? And then that leads into a conversation that we can engage in about how I do what I do. Right? So imagine going into a networking event and being able to pull somebody into that conversation, have it feel natural, and have it lead towards gaining a new client. That's what having a killer marketing message is all about. So let's talk how exactly you can craft a marketing message. There is a formula, and there's a few steps to how you actually do that. So I'm going to erase up here so we have some space. And I do have my notes here. If anybody has questions, feel free to call out, but I want to make sure that I don't miss out on sharing everything I want to share with you. So I just want to make sure that I'm on track here. Yeah, great. Okay. So, killer marketing message, the 3 steps to it. There's 3 parts. The client, the problem, and the result. Is that right? Yep. Nowadays, if I don't have Microsoft Word to tell me what I'm doing. Okay, the result. Okay, so you need all 3 of those parts into your marketing message. Now, you might not use your entire message every time you talk to somebody. So for instance, the example I just gave, I didn't say my whole marketing message. My whole marketing message is I help creative service professionals and entrepreneurs who are frustrated that their business isn't growing. I help them to land more clients than they think possible, and I help them to do it faster than they think possible. So if you look at my example there of what I do, I've got all 3 elements there. I've got the client, who I work with. I've got the problem, what is causing their business pain, and I've got the result, right? So let's put another example. I would love to personalize the example. Can somebody just shout out what they do?
Financial advisor.
Financial advisor, okay. Ben's like, I gotta jump all over this. Financial advisor. Okay. Okay, so let's put Ben through this formula then, okay? So Ben, let's just do fill in the blank. I work with. How would you end that sentence?
People, individuals.
Okay, not specific enough.
Not specific.
Because here's why. This is a great example. Here's why. If you were to walk into a room, and, let me take a step back, Ben, before you think more specific while I do this. Let's say someone were to walk in here and we're in between sessions, and so we're all chatting, and they said, hey, I've got some cookies. Does anybody want a cookie? Who's going to respond? Probably nobody, right? One guy, yeah, me. Probably nobody though, right? But let's say instead of coming in and just kind of yelling to the group, they start going group to group and saying, hey, I've got some freshly baked cookies just in the kitchen. I think you guys are really going to enjoy them. They're just for you. Why don't you go get them? How likely are you to respond if someone comes to your group and says something like that? A lot more likely. Your marketing message needs to be the same. It needs to be directed at a group. And here's the funny thing is that once that group starts to leave, other people are going to notice that they're leaving, and the groups around them perhaps maybe heard you say what you said, and they're going to say, well, I want those cookies. Those sound delicious. And so they're going to start going too. So while you think, niching down might feel like it's trapping you, it's actually freeing you and helping you to have a deeper impact. So let's get a little bit more specific.
Sure. So it's difficult for me because I have multiple verticals, but one that I work with is the young and affluent.
Okay. So we could get even more specific next. You could say young and affluent business owners. You could say young and affluent, I don't know. Professionals, yeah. Heir. The only word I can think of is heiress, but people who inherited their money. But we could get more specific, but I think that's good, okay? What do you help them to do? Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. So we got the client, now we need to put the problem. What's their problem?
I help them solve the financial problems that they're not aware of so that they can be the future leaders of our city.
Okay, so if they're not aware of it, are they feeling the pain?
Maybe not.
Probably not. What are the pains that they are aware of that you can help them fix?
I help them grow.
Lack of knowledge, I would think, about what to do with their money.
Let's combine those things, because you're talking result and you're talking pain. Yeah, who are worried about how to organize, place their money, however you want to phrase it, right? And then so that's our problem, so then we have the result, so that blank.
They can be the future leaders of our city.
Let's just say the leaders of our city. You know that they're future leaders. They think they already are leaders. So you want to make sure that you play to what their words. Now here's the thing about a marketing message too. Ben might not necessarily love this marketing message, but the true test of if a marketing message is good or not has nothing to do with Ben. Has everything to do with the way that his client responds to it. So if he goes out in the marketplace and he starts using this and people start paying attention, he knows he's got a good message. If people don't pay attention, he knows it's a loser. He should adjust, he should change. But it's all about testing. Once you land on a good message, keep it for a while. A year, 6 months, somewhere around there. So that you can at least know that it's working correctly. But this is how, getting this part right, is how you can walk into any networking event, you can walk into any social event and leave with potential clients. How great would that be? To know that you could go to any event you wanted to and leave with potential clients. That you know the exact words to say so that people pay attention. That's what we're talking about. That's it right there. That's how you do it.